G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. It's my Sunday night. I believe it's your Sunday morning right now. Mike Tomlin. This is one thing I think going into this season that, look, I understand this part. There's the fire Tomlin crowd. There's I don't like Tomlin crowd. There's my side, which I do like Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin is a good person, a good bloke, a good coach. And hopefully in a few years' time, when he does retire, maybe that be 2030 or 2035, that when he does retire, he's eligible for the Hall of Fame and will go into the Hall of Fame because I'm going to that ceremony. I'm going to the Hall of Fame to meet Mike Tomlin and shake his hand. So everything you see from me will be biased. That's for sure. I'm a Mike Tomlin guy, but I understand the other side. The other side being he hasn't won a playoff game, I think in 7 years, 4 playoff game losses in a row, and the countless arguments of it was Cowher's team, yada, 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 right? But also, guys, I just got done watching today. I had a bit of a day off. I was watching the 2005 season, the Steelers Super Bowl 40, and also the Steelers 2008 season. Mike Tomlin was pretty pumped up. Mike Tomlin's coaching as he won his first Super Bowl in 2008 was fantastic. Yes, he had a great defense, but it was still a great coaching achievement for what he did so early in his career. But that's the big thing I see the difference is basically he hasn't won one in a very long time and he needs to win one. Now, I do have this article from Noah Struckbarn and All Steelers Talk, Sports Illustrated Steelers, right? And it says here that one analyst believes that Mike Tomlin's clock is ticking between Tomlin and the Steelers. I already disagree. I disagree to this argument, but of course, fans out there will say, I think it is ticking. He's on the hot seat, yada, 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 right? But I disagree. I think they're going to come to a resolution, and I believe they're going to give him a contract extension this season or the next. Hopefully, give it to him this season, right? As we scroll down this article, and I'll try and link the article as well, but basically, I'm going to cover all the points from sportsillustrated.com and Noah Struckbarn. As we go down, it says here, Chris Mueller of 93.7 The Fan has suggested that Tomlin's seat is going to get warm. Now, this is where the rumor starts, right? But as a fan, we know this. We know it's Cam Tomlin. We can't wait to see what he can do. Or it's the other side that I'm waiting to see something from Tomlin this year in 2023. Now, if Tomlin and this Steelers team doesn't get a W at the end or doesn't win a playoff game, yes, it might become a little bit warm. It might. It might. So there is something to this story because I am really hyped right now. I'm super hyped to be a Steelers fan. I believe they can win 11 games, 12 games, go 12-5, have a chance to win the division, and have a chance to win a playoff game, right? But Chris Mueller here from 93.7 The Fan, and we've all got our opinions, says here, Tomlin's seat is going to get warm if he isn't able to secure at least one playoff win in 2023. He goes on to say, if we get to next year and they haven't won a playoff game, the water should start to boil under a lot of different people, mainly Mike Tomlin, who would then have gone 7 years without a playoff win, Mueller said. But I think this is the beginning of a 2-year window that's going to tell you a whole lot about the next 5 years or what the Pittsburgh Steelers are or not going to be. Now, I agree with that. I agree actually over the next 5 years or 3 or 5 years, and when they do extend Coach Tomlin, that this is going to be the new era of the Pittsburgh Steelers, that being Kenny Pickett, the new offensive line, the duo with Najee Harris. We'll figure that situation out in the next couple of years. Jalen Warren back there too, Connor Hayward as well. And then you go to the defense, you have TJ and Alex Highsmith that are the duo on the outside, along with Minka, All-Pro, and Cameron Hayward, plus Patrick Peters for 2 years. They're setting themselves up for success. But there is a big point. What happens if over the next 2 years, all the hype and nothing happens? The Steelers can't win a game. Then possibly, yes, he could be under the boil or the hot seat could be warm, right? Now he goes on to say, I would say there would be a 2-year window starting right now where it's very much put up or shut up for what they have built, Mueller said. Tomlin has never had a losing season as head coach, but it's only 8-9 in the playoffs. He holds a Super Bowl win, has been to 2 of them, but with 7 years behind him since his last playoff win, the clock might be ticking. Now, that last 7 years has kind of flown really fast. 7 years ago, I was living in Canada, and I saw the game on my television screen while living in Canada was the Dolphins and Chiefs, and the last win was against the Chiefs, which when it was Chris Boswell kicking all the field goals. Now, I'll be very honest. I do believe there is some form of truth to this. Tomlin, Omar Khan have put together a great roster, a fantastic roster, right? An awesome roster to see. And the hype around now is it is playoffs. We are thinking the Steelers can win playoffs. We're thinking that the Steelers can have a chance to fight the Ravens and the Bengals. The Browns won't make the division. They have a chance to fight those two teams to win the North, right? If that happens, if that happens, we get that far, it's gonna hurt. We get that far, we make it to the playoffs, and we lose a game. It's gonna hurt. But I'll end it this way. I'll end on a positive, as most times I try and do when I'm doing my content and I'm cheering on my team. And you can call me biased, you can call me whatever. Just don't call me an idiot, right? And hopefully everyone in the comments below are very respectful, because I'm starting to see, the argument is pro or con, or fire Tomlin or don't fire Tomlin. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because whatever the Roonies do, we kind of have to support. And that's the point I'm at. Whatever the Roonies do and whatever they decide to do, if they give Coach Tomlin an extension, we have to live with that, right? We've got to live with that. But I honestly think, though, if they do give him an extension, I reckon they can win this year. I got a feeling they can win this year. They can win a playoff game, maybe even two. The roster they have assembled by bringing players in, cutting other players, and reorganizing the middle linebacker room, reorganizing the slot corner, by drafting corners, by drafting the O line, by getting a bigger guy in Darnell Washington. All these blokes. I actually think if they go that far and they win, or when they win 11 or 12 games, they'll have a chance to win, to have a home field advantage, and they can win that game. But then at the same time, what if they don't? What if they don't win that game? I'm not going to live in my fears, though. Let me know, guys, what you guys think in the comments below. That was an article from Noah Struckbart, or Steelers Talk, and Sports Illustrated. So let me know in the comments below. Is Coach Tom on the hot seat? I don't think so. Not right now. I think even after, if they were to go 7, it's not going to happen. But, 8 and 9, 9 and 8, I still don't think he's on the hot seat. But let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think. According to one analyst, he believes that the clock is ticking. I actually believe it's going the other way. I think Mike Tomlin's going to get an extension. I believe they're going to have a good year this year. And I also think they're going to win a playoff game. And I think the Mike Tomlin noise will quiet down a bit, and he'll get a playoff game and have a chance to go on a playoff run. Anyways, guys, hope you guys are having a great Sunday morning. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And try and be, don't just go fire Tomlin. If you don't like Tomlin, let me know why. Maybe let me know why you don't think he's a good coach or a great coach. But there are a lot of guys out there, fans, analysts, that love Tomlin, players love Tomlin. I just understand this has been the argument for the last 6, 7 years. It's never going to go away until I guess Mike Tomlin wins some games and does win some playoff games. It won't go away until we win like another Super Bowl. And even then, who knows what might happen. But I believe that Mike Tomlin is here to stay, that he's going to get a contract extension. And I also believe they're going to win a playoff game in 2023. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.